When we think of the Amish, we picture horse-drawn buggies and hard-working farmers, living in harmony with the land and the changing seasons. Their daily routines are shaped by a deep connection to nature and a commitment to simplicity that stands in stark contrast to the fast-paced modern world. But their way of life is much deeper than what meets the eye. The Amish are bound together by a strong sense of community, where neighbors help one another and everyone has a role to play. Their communities are built on faith, family, and hard work, with every generation passing down values and traditions that have stood the test of time. Guided by the unwritten Ordnung, a set of rules and expectations, the Amish shape everything from their clothing to their education, ensuring that each choice reflects humility and togetherness. The Amish carefully choose which technologies to allow into their lives, weighing each decision against the impact it might have on their faith and community. Their goal isn't to reject progress outright, but to protect the close bonds and spiritual values that define their way of life. Every tool and method is chosen with intention. Without electricity, they've mastered self-sufficiency, using gas lamps, windmills, and practical skills passed down through generations. These skills are not just practical, but also a source of pride and identity. Children learn by watching their elders, absorbing knowledge that keeps their homes running smoothly. From a young age, they take part in daily chores, learning responsibility and teamwork. The kitchen is the heart of the Amish home, where living without modern appliances sparks incredible ingenuity. Meals are prepared from scratch, and every task is done with care and purpose. How do they keep food fresh for months or even years without the convenience of a refrigerator or freezer? The answer lies in time-tested preservation methods perfected over centuries: canning, drying, fermenting, and storing food in cool root cellars. These techniques are more than chores. They're a vital part of Amish culture, ensuring the harvest feeds families through winter and teaching the value of preparation and resourcefulness. Let's step inside and discover how the Amish pantry works its magic, preserving not just food but a way of life rooted in tradition and community. Why don't Amish kitchens have electric refrigerators? It's about more than just technology. It's about values. Connecting to the power grid could bring unwanted influences, so the Amish draw a firm line to protect their way of life. Instead, many use gas or propane refrigerators, which provide cooling without tying them to the outside world. Every technology is evaluated. Will it serve the community or harm it? The principle of Gelassenheit, humility and yielding to God's will, discourages conveniences that promote pride or laziness. Relying on older methods requires more work, but it builds character and keeps families connected to the rhythms of nature. Tradition and sustainability matter too. Amish preservation methods have worked for generations, long before electricity. These techniques don't depend on fragile systems. They use the sun, earth, salt, and vinegar. By choosing self-sufficiency, the Amish honor their heritage and ensure their future. It's a conscious, meaningful way to live. Canning is the backbone of Amish food preservation. In late summer, kitchens bustle as families transform garden bounty into rows of colorful jars. Using water bath and pressure canners, they safely preserve everything from peaches to green beans. High-acid foods are processed in boiling water. Low-acid foods like meats require the higher heat of a pressure canner. A single family might can hundreds of quarts each year, building a pantry that can last for years. Well-sealed jars can keep food safe for a decade or more, a testament to this age-old technique. Canning is a tradition passed down through generations, often shared with neighbors in communal canning bees. The pantry shelves, lined with jars, represent security, self-reliance, and the love poured into every meal. It's more than food storage, it's a living link between past and present. The Amish pantry is a symbol of resilience and community. Long before the age of modern refrigeration, families depended on the earth's natural coolness to keep their food from spoiling. Root cellars, simple, ingenious underground rooms, were the secret to preserving the harvest through the harshest winters and hottest summers. The Amish, who value tradition and self-sufficiency, still use these time-tested spaces today. Thick stone walls and dirt floors work together to create a cool, humid environment that remains stable all year, regardless of the weather outside. Inside, you'll find bins of potatoes and carrots nestled in sand, apples stacked in wooden crates, and cabbages hanging from the ceiling. Each type of produce is stored in its own ideal way, maximizing freshness and minimizing waste. A well-managed root cellar acts as a bridge between seasons, ensuring that families have access to crisp, nutritious produce even when snow blankets the fields outside. It's a lifeline during the long winter months. But root cellars aren't just for vegetables. Crocks of salted meats, wheels of cheese aging to perfection, and rows of home-canned jars line the shelves, creating a diverse pantry that supports a family's needs all year. The cellar's naturally cool, moist air slows down spoilage, helping to preserve the vibrant colors, flavors, and nutrients of each food. This means less waste and more wholesome meals even months after harvest. For the Amish, the root cellar is more than just storage. It's a vital part of their food security. It works hand in hand with other preservation methods like canning, drying, and smoking, forming the backbone of their self-reliant lifestyle. In many ways, the root cellar is a living larder, connecting the abundance of one season's harvest to the needs of the next, and ensuring nothing goes to waste. This simple yet brilliant solution has stood the test of time, proving its worth generation after generation as a cornerstone of rural life. For the Amish, the root cellar remains the heart of their year-round food supply, a symbol of resilience, resourcefulness, and the enduring magic of working with nature. Drying is another ancient, essential Amish preservation method. By removing moisture, they prevent spoilage and create lightweight, long-lasting foods. Apples are sliced and strung up to dry. Green beans become leather breeches hanging in garlands. Corn is blanched, cut, and dried on screens, while herbs are tied in bunches and hung in airy spaces. Dried foods are stored in cloth bags or jars, ready to be rehydrated for winter meals. Meats are dried into jerky, often after salting or smoking, creating protein-rich snacks that last for months. Drying requires little more than sun, air, and patience, no special equipment needed. The result: compact, shelf-stable foods that take up little space but provide big nutrition. Drying is simple, efficient, and perfectly suited to the Amish way of life. It's a key part of their long-term food security. Salt and smoke, ancient methods that still anchor Amish meat preservation. These time-honored techniques have been passed down for generations, forming the backbone of rural food security. After fall butchering, meat is immediately salted, drawing out moisture and preventing spoilage. This crucial first step helps ensure that nothing goes to waste, even as the cold weather sets in. Cuts like hams and bacon are rubbed with salt, sugar, and spices, then packed in barrels or crocks to cure for weeks. The careful blend of seasonings not only preserves the meat, but also infuses it with deep, savory flavors unique to each family's recipe. Smoking follows. Cured meats hang in a smokehouse, absorbing flavor and gaining extra protection from bacteria. The slow, steady smoke seeps into every cut, creating a rich aroma that fills the air and signals the changing seasons. The process is slow, but the results are worth it. Meat that can last for years, aging and developing rich flavors. Each passing week deepens the taste, transforming simple cuts into prized delicacies. Hams and bacons are wrapped and hung in cool cellars or attics, ready to feed the family through lean months. These storage spaces become treasure troves, holding the promise of hearty meals even when fresh food is scarce. No electricity required, just skill, patience, and tradition. Every step is done by hand, relying on knowledge honed over lifetimes. These methods connect the Amish to their ancestors and ensure a steady supply of protein. Young and old work side by side, sharing stories and skills as they prepare for the winter ahead. Curing and smoking are more than techniques, they're a legacy of resilience. Each generation learns not just how to preserve food, but how to preserve a way of life. Every bite is a taste of history and hard work. The flavors tell a story of survival, community, and pride in tradition. The Amish pantry is built to last, a testament to the enduring power of simple, time-tested methods. Let's visit two Amish families to see these methods in action. The Stoltzfus family in Pennsylvania cans over 500 quarts each summer: tomato juice, beans, peaches, pickles, and more. Their root cellar holds hundreds of pounds of potatoes, carrots, onions, aging cheese, and salt-cured hams. For them, the cellar is a grocery store stocked by their own hands. In Ohio, the Yoder family specializes in drying. Sweet corn, apples, and herbs fill their attic and pantry. They keep a 2-year supply of food with jars of green beans from 3 summers ago as a safety net. This planning protects them from poor harvests or unexpected events. For both families, food preservation isn't a hobby, it's the foundation of self-sufficiency. Their pantries are insurance policies built on foresight and hard work. The Amish kitchen is a testament to resilience and tradition. With food stored for years, safety is paramount in Amish kitchens. Strict, time-tested procedures are followed, no shortcuts allowed. Canning seals are checked by sound and touch. Any failed jar is eaten immediately or discarded. Before opening, jars are inspected for bulging lids, cloudiness, or off smells. When in doubt, throw it out. Cured meats are checked for mold, and produce in the root cellar is regularly sorted to remove anything spoiling. This vigilance is taught from childhood, passed down through generations. Practical knowledge, not just recipes, keeps families safe. The Amish can safely store food for a decade or more thanks to this careful approach. Their deep respect for food safety is as important as the preservation methods themselves. It's a culture of caution, ensuring every meal is nourishing and safe. What can we learn from the Amish pantry? First, reduce food waste. Use every part of the harvest and preserve what you can. A well-stocked pantry offers security, especially when supply chains falter. Start small. Can a batch of jam, dry some herbs, or store a few extra staples? Food preservation can be a joyful communal activity. Cook with family, share with neighbors, teach your kids. Reconnect with the seasons, eat what's fresh, preserve the rest, and enjoy local flavors. The Amish show us that resilience and resourcefulness never go out of style. Their methods aren't about rejecting modernity, but about embracing wisdom and connection. By learning from their example, we can build stronger, more sustainable kitchens. The secrets of the Amish pantry are more relevant than ever, timeless lessons for today's world.